Hello and welcome to the Roanoke Library. This is our virtual bookbinding series. I'm Laura Easterling and I work for the Craft Guild in Carrollton, Texas. And I also have my own business called Loon Labrie. And with me today is Ross, our children's librarian.
Great to see everyone.
So today we're going to do a book that's going to be very easy and it's going to be a little bit more simpler than the last one we did. And it is a Japanese stab binding. The principle here is learning the basics of Japanese stab binding. And we're going to move over to our close-up camera. And this is what we're going to do today with a little variation on this just to make it a little more interesting. This is going to be a very small book, but the idea here is that you are going to learn the technique, and it's going to be much easier than having a lot of pages because you're going to be punching these holes yourself. So we're going to go over what is in your kit now. So the kit you're going to get from the library will have a hole punch, and it will have a needle and ribbon. Oops, there we go, needle and ribbon. We will also have just a small amount of pages because the smaller amount, the easier it is to punch. If you have a large amount of pages, you actually need a drill and a hollow drill punch for paper. Most people don't have that.
Yeah, I don't.
Ross doesn't have one.
Yeah.
We also have 2 pieces of cardstock that are cut to the size, and you'll have a template in here for punching your holes, along with directions if you want to go and make one of these yourself with the formula on how to do the measuring for the holes. All right, so we're gonna go right into this. It's really simple. So there are a couple more things that you'll need to help you out, which you probably will have at home. And that would be a pair of scissors, 2 clips. Yeah,
Oh,
2 clips. I've given you 2 clips.
Yay!
A pencil and a ruler. You can share.
Thank you.
And so the first thing we're going to do is get our stack of paper. Ross, you have a stack of paper in there. You've got a choice of what you want to do as your cover.
I do like choices.
Yes. So Ross, is, you guys will, everybody out there in your pack will already have something in it. But
Ooh, I like this.
I like those popsicles.
Yes, that is delicious.
All right, so we're gonna get
Popsicles.
popsicles. So 2 popsicles for you.
Found the instructions.
There should be another one on the base of that. Let's see if there's another popsicle there. Somewhere there.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, both popsicles.
I see it.
I'm getting him 20 sheets of paper here, or approximately, because I just lost count. Here.
Oh, thank you.
So put that there. All right, so you're going to take the template. Mine are already punched. So grab your 2 clips, and put that right on the end.
Of the paper?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So,
You're going to put it on either side like this. Okay. We're going to put one here.
oh, okay, of the paper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You want to hold it. Probably get it a little closer up there. It would be easier so it doesn't slip. And so what I'm doing is putting these clips on here, making sure it's nice and flush. Our stack is flush. Looks good.
And then the other one.
Other one over there. And we're going to see if Ross can punch 20 pieces of paper at a time. If not, you can do 10 and 10. I had a big drill for mine. So you're going to take this.
All right.
And you're going to attempt to punch right through the template hole.
Let's give it a shot. Worst case scenario,
It might not fit.
it might not. Oh, no, it kind of fits.
Oh.
It fits-ish. Okay. Now let's try this.
This is why you don't have a lot of sheets of paper.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 and 10.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah. That's why it's much hard. Punching through the paper is much harder than you think it would be. Paper stacked up together is very strong.
So take about half of it.
Fine.
Okay.
So you probably could have done less. And if you want to just do that as yours and leave it as that.
I think that's good for our
Okay.
example. For
Yeah.
this perfect bit.
So
think
let
that's
me
good for
see
example.
that one real quick.
This one?
Yeah, let me see that one real quick. I'm going to try. Here, template. So we do have to punch it in our cover.
Ah, yes. True.
And our cover is slightly, it's just a tad bit larger on purpose. That way, if they got off a little bit,
It'll still cover.
it'd still cover all the pages. And that's fine. So you
Makes sense.
center it. So you take the template, center it. And I will show this on close-up camera. So we're gonna line this up. Right here, we're gonna center it because your cover, this is your cover for your pages. It is slightly larger than your pages. So in case it'll encompass them well and give you a little bit of a border. So you're going to take your clips and put that on there. And then you can take your punch. Slide this over. Now you could just draw. You can just draw with a pencil where it is. Or you can take your punch also. Right in there. And punch. Oh, that looks much better.
Yay.
All right, so now we are going to take our covers, whichever side you like. I'm going to use the rainbow side because it's going to be easier for you guys to see, I think, if I use that side. Now we're going to line up. You kind of want a popsicle.
Yeah.
That's what you get for choosing popsicle.
I know. I regret nothing.
All right. So we're going to take our clips again.
Okay.
And if it doesn't look like it lines up really good yet, that's fine. When you start sewing it, it will help when the ribbons get in there. All right, so now you have 2 choices of ribbon.
Which color is this?
Purple.
Excellent. I'll take that one.
All right, purple. You
Yes.
will need approximately about 40 inches. So here, why don't you take that one, and I will, because I've got a ruler here,
Ah, excellent.
and measure this out. All right. So here it is. Okay. And there should be a little thing of needles in there. Right there. Right there.
Okay.
Flip that over. You've got a needle.
Excellent.
We're using big ribbon needles because we're using ribbons.
Makes sense to me.
So we're going to stab our needle, or actually, excuse me, we're going to thread our needle, and I'll switch over to the close-up. We're going to just thread our needle through there, and you are just going to take it and stab through the ribbon, just like that. That's all you do. Okay, did you get that?
So I thread it through and then.
Stab through that short end.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
So like so.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much the same thing we did with our thread the last time.
Pull it through. There we go.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to start on the 3rd hole from the left. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to be holding it like this,
Ah.
looking here, and we're going to start from the bottom right up like that.
So
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. So turn this way
Okay.
and start right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Other side.
Other side.
There you go. We're going to start our sewing on the 3rd hole from the left and on the back side. we're going to bring the ribbon around the edge and back in that same hole. And from here, we're going to be sewing to the right. Also, leave about 4 inches of your ribbon. Here we go into the next hole, and again around the edge and back in. On to the next, up from the back side, and around the edge again. Each time we will be going back into that same hole. The ribbon's twisting a little bit. You can pull it out as you go along. Into our next hole. Again, a back around the edge as I try to twist out this ribbon. Back down into that same hole. From the back side into our next hole, around the edge, and once again back into the same hole. We're now going to go into the small hole right at the corner. We're going to take it around the edge of the book again and back into the hole. And we're going to go around the side of the book and go back into that same hole at the corner. I'm going to flip the book over here and show you that we're going to go back into this hole, this last one, and we're going to go around the edge, finishing out our decorative corner. So as we go around the edge, we're going to go back into that same hole from the back side. And now we're going to start working our way left. Now let's fix this so it goes around the right edge of the book. There we go. Now work our way left, all the way to the other end. Coming up into that third hole to cross over where we don't have any ribbon, and back in. And back into that hole, going across. So we finished out all that side, see there? We go back down this hole, we're going to have to come around the edge of the book again, so it matches all the others. Each time you'll notice I pull the ribbon tight, go back into this last hole, around the edge of the book. Now we're going to go back into that corner hole just like we did on the other end. And around the edge and back in. So it matches this end. So here we come around the side and back into that same hole.
Now I'm going to flip the book over so you can see. So we want to finish this out right here. So into that hole. We'll come around the side of the book and back into that hole from the back side. Just like that. Now we're going to finish out this last little piece. And here we go. Have to go down in here. Now we're going to be on the front side. And I'm going to show you a way to close this off and pull it back down. So we're going to go under two of these ribbons right here. Just like that. And then we're going to go back down the hole. And this hides the ribbon from us and locks it in. Now all you have to do is tie off the two pieces, just one knot, and take your scissors and trim it. And there you go.
Yay!
Now I'm going to take this ruler and I'm going to score this so it folds back easy. And you now have a book.
Awesome.
Here you go, your pages.
So cool.
And if you were writing in Japanese style, because this is a Japanese stamp binding, we'd be going from from right to left. So
Much for
you
being
are
here.
welcome. I enjoy being here. And you can find me at the Craft Guild in Carrollton, Texas. I teach 6 classes a week currently. And you can also find me online at Loon Labrie on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me here to the Roanoke Library.